Breaking news. Our digital marketing review is now the digital marketing strategy. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. Okay, it's really not breaking news because it's happened a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to tell you about it. We recently, a couple weeks ago, changed the name of the document, the presentation, the sales presentation document that we provide to our prospective clients. We changed it from digital marketing review to digital marketing strategy. Now, why did we do that? Well, look, the reason is we are trying to entice people to take us up on our offer when we say, hey, give us your information and we'll do a quick 15-minute thing. What's that thing called? Well, on the one hand, it's a digital marketing review, right? That's what we used to call it. On the other hand, we could call it something else, like a digital marketing strategy, right? The reason we changed it is because I don't think people really care to have a, quote, review of their digital marketing. I mean, give me a break. It's like, I use the analogy a lot in sales where if I'm going to buy a new car, I don't really care about my old car. I've already decided it's a junker. You don't need to tell me what's wrong with it. I know. So all you have to like, I don't need a review. So the word review, I think, is not great, right? It's worked for us for a long time, but I think that there's better phrases out there that are more enticing, that show more value, to actually show what we do, which is we provide strategic options to people, right? So through a series of questions and answers, looking at their website, their digital marketing, all that stuff, we have recommendations for them. So we'll ask questions like this, and I'm just going to kind of do this on the fly. So Mr. or Mrs. Prospect, we talked about your website, we talked about your online advertising, we talked about your search engine optimization. Let's talk about social media. Are you happy with your Facebook and how you are posting on that? And the person will very likely, because this happens a lot, say, we're not that consistent and it's kind of boring and there's not a lot of people engaging with our social media. And so guess what? Our strategic recommendation is you should do a better job of that. I mean, look, duh, right? But it's a strategic recommendation based on the line of questioning that we have. And, again, some of the analytics that we may pull, although these days we don't pull really any analytics before these meetings. We can just have a conversation. We ask them, what do you like or dislike about your website? They'll tell us. And we'll ask questions like this. Do you get a lot of leads from your website? Are a lot of people finding you on Google? When you search for yourself in Google for your service, do you come up towards the top of the list? Would you like to have more clicks to your website from Google? Okay. So, based on those kinds of questions, they're very easy questions to ask if you know the right questions. I just gave you a few. Feel free to reuse them. There's a lot more where those came from. But those are the kinds of strategic questions that we ask so that we can start to piece together which plan we're going to put them into, right? So for that reason, we want them to start thinking about this as a strategy session, not a review session or an audit, or we're going to tell you what's wrong with all of your old junk that you want to trade in anyways. We're going to tell you what we think you should be doing and what's it going to cost. Everybody wants to know what's it going to cost. I am not just going to roll up to a car dealership and they're going to put me in the right car and then tell me that it's $200,000. Like, I don't want to be put in that situation. Everybody needs to kind of know like what their price range is, and then the product has to fit that. So they need to know this information. So during the strategy session, not only will we tell you how we can help you, what services we believe you need, but the price and then you can figure out the impact on your bottom line. Can your bottom line support that price? And that's usually what everybody needs to know. Give them what they need. That is strategic input. It's not a full-blown digital marketing strategy document that our operations team is going to execute on, but it's the beginning of the strategy. Then we can put them in the right product, tell them the price, find out their objections, and sign them. That's our process in a nutshell. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey, How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing $1 million business. It took me 8 years and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.